It's Week 11 of the National Football League.
Up next, we're going to look at Patrick Mahomes.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. It doesn't put them in bad situations.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you have to say that they've underachieved.
They give them 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This defense for the Chiefs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Mahomes now to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Quez Watkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Zimmerman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Justin Herbert. Well, that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This 2nd and 4. Again, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Zimmerman. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. down. Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Jones on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Mahomes going to throw. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. 7-7, our score after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Well, he nearly took it the distance. Not quite, though. What a great return as they finally corral him inside the 5 at the 3.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Pierce will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it's Pierce. And this time, he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Chargers.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
No, old school I.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Jones now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs ready to go again. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this first half, as they'll try again on 1st down here. They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. A handoff as they run the counter play. There he goes, left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play? That's what you need for a good counter. You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. The Chiefs at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close 1-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence, and they feel like they can continue to get better.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Tui Pelotu charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So out come the Chargers.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Right back to him on 1st down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Mahomes firing complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice.
And they are going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Mahomes. And probably the wise decision table as it's 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the 49ers who have taken the lead into the intermission. The 49ers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Now Jones. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
False start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Hands it off out of the gun. Powerful running. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz.
57 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Out right, he's got Ruckert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and bucked their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man complete. It's Zimmerman. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Zimmerman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Short throw caught by Dulcich. 2 yards, good enough for first.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example. One side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Herbert now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Mahomes going to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Herbert. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd down and 4. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Here's Mahomes. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Back to throw. Herbert, short throw caught by Dosich. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So a 3rd straight pass attempt after they ran it on 1st down. 3rd straight incompletion. Now they're forced to give the ball up.
They must have felt like they just couldn't get it done on the ground. You know, something in what they saw in the defense or how they felt about their offensive line, it just told them throw the football and end up with 3 straight incompletions, turn the ball over on downs, give a big, big check mark to the defense on that one.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, Didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it is caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, print and bold. Here we go. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers down by 12. A little under a minute to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Throwing, Herbert. Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Herbert. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for Kansas City, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
It's Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the...
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Again, it's Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, It always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. You look at this Niner defense. Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And they'll run on the inside handoff. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Purdy bootlegging it.
This will be caught at about the 6. Only a yard of the completion in 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McCarthy drops it to Jones in the flat. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down, McCarthy.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nice move, but got him nowhere. Still backed up. A minimal gain as we tip down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Purdy from his own end zone.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's got it to the 43 here.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Off the bootleg, McCarthy. That pass taken in by Addison. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you see a tip ball or one that's popped in the air, it looks like it's going to be an interception. Sometimes the guys try too hard and they fight each other and knock each other off the ball, and this one ends up falling to the ground.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Purdy. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That one goes for 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49ers 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Gets this complete to Shaheed. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 75. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. He'll get this to his tight end, Latu. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 12-yard line.
Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to move back in front.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down. McCarthy. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A check down here to Jones. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
This one brought in by Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That is incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Quez Watkins, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Throwing here, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Now Purdy. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Purdy looking to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
On the counter, here's Jones. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area and disrupt.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
At the 42-yard line.
Another run with Mitchell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, man, they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. He'll get this to about the 38.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Able to slither by. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. A nice pickup of 17 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
We'll often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy. And this is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down and
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
The throw over the middle taken in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Jones running left. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCarthy. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Start offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
You don't gauntlet drill, right? You want to get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach. He's in big trouble.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Fighting through. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Play action. Now Purdy. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they like some matchups that they had, how they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He lets one go. Deep for Addison. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get this down to about the 31-yard line.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously. Obviously, a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 13, a minute 51 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Able to find Jones. No, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, McCarthy over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's brought down. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive there took 6 plays. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. There's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for San Francisco, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Right. They give you 3.
They didn't bring back Australia people this time.
Chicken?
That's chicken, but bacon.
Chicken. I know, that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's bacon. You want bacon? They want bacon on it. Who's all the big ones? out.
David is just thinking to me this good. They've always been in the bottom, always been in the bottom.
Really? John Stick was.
Shots.
Really?
But I know he does.
I'm surprised his very fucking jobs. He's already fucking covered his little time.
Most likely she forces him to come because.
No, sometimes he shares.
Yeah, no, but
sometimes he chooses to share.
No, but most of the time it's him telling her stuff.
Hey, we can't share.
And he's loud out.
Gets voted on once. Something happened. He's done. I mean
And
it.
you're missing your chance saying
So, I mean it. That boy better not fucking get pulled over, fucking speed, fucking nothing.
if we look one time and he is 45 miles over the speed limit, something like this would never happen again.
Good phone call.
And yeah, we'll be looking.
Let's keep it sit out too.
Why would you turn it off?
We're just saying if
No,
you
the-
do,
no,
you
the
guys
reason-
never turn it. You're not allowed to turn off the location.
No, I never. Like, the reason why is I was in the office completely stalking her because we had nothing else to do. And so I went on the line to 60, and she realized that I was on the line to 60. So I went on the line to 60, and she knew that it was turned it off. That's why I wrote it off.
I'll go last for the day.
Yeah, she's paying for everything else.
For you? So he's paying. Okay, I got you. So she is paying for him, and then he's gonna pay for you.
Yeah. But she has to pay for this.
What? Potato, sweet potato. One potato, sweet potato.
A fire? Fucking fire? What? Okay, it's a little weird. always like that. She's been going to feel like
What that David?
that.
What that David?
You like what she was.
I was seeing it, but I didn't get my phone.
Okay, I didn't get calm down. He didn't make it. He's out. Bye, David.